And 3, 2, 1, boom. And we were back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. It's a movie review. We checked out perhaps the most memorable movie of all time as kids. Lion King got brought back.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because like I've been seeing like a lot of these movies like resurging.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a resurgence of old movies. And I don't know, maybe you can shed some light on that. Have you read into that? Like why they've been doing it or...
I think it's been, how many years has it been, right? And I think it's like reusing the old, like
if it's not broken, don't fix it, kind of thing.
No. It's more to bring back stuff that was really good and then revamp it to today's, I guess,
but it's sort of like
generation.
Have you watched any of those old movies from before? No.
Recently?
Yeah, like you even seen clips of it?
No.
Like I've seen a couple clips of it. I'm like, oh, it's still good. Like because they're hand drawings, so it's sort of like they're kind of timeless. You know, it was sort of like a design piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like before, like I mean not before, but if you look at like video games, it's like they're polygons, and then now they're like way more intricate with their detail. So it's sort of like it's not really a design piece. It's more of like they just weren't that good, you know, but with like hand-drawn animation, it sort of seems like a forever kind of thing. So I feel like, I don't know why you would want to revamp it other than the marketing efforts of like making money, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
Off the nostalgia.
But the whole point of them buying Marvel, buying all these was to make money, right?
Yeah.
And they have made a ton of money from those. So it's like...
I guess. It just feels like it was exciting with like when it was first announced, when it first came out, but then after watching a bunch of them, like the Aladdin one was terrible.
They bring back Dumbo too, right?
Yeah, they brought back, I didn't even watch Dumbo, so it's sort of like...
I mean, I never watched the original anyway, so...
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, it's like, why are you bringing this back now? Like, couldn't you come up with new... Like you were saying, Frozen was one of the new ones.
Yeah.
But like, why can't you just make other ones?
Right. I mean, see, those ones fit like today's time, right?
Yeah.
Trying to have a female lead and things like that, and like
yeah, true.
But there was another one too, right? Remember the one with like they were like Vikings or something? I don't know, like that girl.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember the name, but those were really good. Like, but this one, I like what they're adding in things doesn't fit, and it just doesn't mesh well because you're changing the story of what it originally was. So.
Yeah, well, not necessarily changing the story. They're like changing
or adding bits. Adding bits in that are like
more women empowerment on the Aladdin one when she had her own song and then she was the one who like made everyone like rethink their ways.
But the point was like Frozen is that, or like I can't remember the other one, but like there was a few of them that they had.
So, like with all these, we're going to score it, we're going to talk about it, then we're going to score it again to see if we swayed our opinion. Yeah. So, Vish, what was your score?
I was thinking more like 6, I think.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 4.
Okay.
I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay.
4 seems a bit too negative. 4.5.
I mean, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. So, what did you like about the movie? Let's start off there.
So what... It did bring back memories of things. So what
my argument though is why don't you just go watch the original movie then?
I know. I know what you're saying. Yeah. So that's why mine is a 6, a little bit like on a passing grade, because
it's just weird though, because it's like if you're gonna revamp it, so it's sort of like if an old software is way better than the new software, then why download the new software and be like, oh, I remember when this was... Actually, that's a terrible analogy. Well, I'm kind of... You know what I'm saying? It's like why not just use the old software?
Because there's bugs.
Yeah, but even though there were bugs, it was still like better than the current software. If it's just going to remind you of the old software... let's just bring it back to the movie. If you're just going to think about all of the components of the movie and then like be driven by those components, I feel like you should just watch the original.
Right. I mean,
If you're gonna be like,
okay.
I can't wait for that scene,
I
then it's
think
like just go watch the scene. Like, why are you gonna watch
right,
this
right.
new remake of it
Hmm.
just because the graphics are somewhat better?
Well, I mean, there were some like okay, Jungle Book. What did you think of that one?
I
That
thought that was
remake?
awesome.
Yeah,
That was great.
So I think
Because I never watched the original Jungle Book, so the original Jungle Book to me wasn't that good.
I mean, even the original Jungle Book was even much older than like Lion King. Like their type of drawings, it was drawing, but you could see that it was old.
Right. Jungle Book never like enticed me. Right. So
Right.
there's that.
Yeah. Okay.
But like Aladdin was really good. I mean, sorry, not Aladdin. But
Lion-
this applies to Aladdin too.
Yeah, yeah.
Lion King was like really good. So it's sort of like I just like I just feel like it was doing a disservice to the memory of it.
Mm-hmm,
You know, whereas like Jungle Book, because I've never seen it and it wasn't that great. Like it didn't get like rave reviews. Like who's like, oh, remember Jungle Book was such an amazing movie? Like, but people talk about like Lion King and Aladdin all the time as kids, you know.
Right.
So like,
I think it was a bit older than us. I think.
what, Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
probably
so
why.
it wasn't as like critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so like anything, like if you're at a 6 and then you can bring it to an 8,
Yeah.
then that's cool.
So yeah, so that's the thing, right? Like you're
But if it's a 10, it's
Yeah.
like how you gonna go to an 11?
like touching an old, like remaking an old movie, you got to keep the same sort of spirit that's in that old movie.
Yeah.
And like we watched it as kids and seeing the emotion with Simba and losing Mufasa,
Yeah.
that this was not as emotional, or they cut down on that.
Yeah.
a-
So we moved into the things we don't like. Like we didn't really like anything.
yeah.
So like, all right, so what did
I
you
don't
like
know.
in the movie? Like I didn't really. I guess the thing I liked about the movie was the one part where they filled in. This was not in the original movie, but they talked about like the difference between like nihilism and like pushing for what you believe in. So like it's the whole Alexander the Great story again, with like him meeting the monk, and it's like, what are you doing? I'm taking over the world. What are you doing? I'm doing nothing. And both of them laugh at each other. So like you're kind of just like pointing to two sides of the same coin, you know, which is life. But it's like, how are you going to take life? Either you're going to take it by the horns, or you're going to like
Yeah.
not care at all.
Right.
So like you had Mufasa's philosophy, and then you had like
Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa's
Yeah, those
philosophy.
parts I liked. Yeah.
But that was new, and that's the only
Yes,
thing I
yes,
liked.
yes.
That was the one scene where I was like, oh,
The
this is pretty
Timon
sick.
part, the adding on with what Timon and Pumbaa's philosophy, right?
Yeah.
That was the new part
Yeah,
that was added on. That was at least decent.
yeah, that was the only thing I was like,
But
oh,
like
this is nice.
that's like a one couple of lines only worth
Yeah,
in the movie.
it was like a scene.
Yeah.
And it was weird the way they did it, because it was like a fade in, fade out.
Yeah.
It was like a very standalone scene,
Right.
you know, which is odd. But so, anyways, we'll go into what we didn't like, because that was more plentiful than what we did like.
You go.
I hated the fact that there was no emotion. Like my sister was saying, like before watching the movie,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh yeah, like one of the gripes is that because they're animals, you can't see the emotion on their faces." And then when I watched it, I was like, when he's like, "Dad, you died," and then it looked like a puppet. It was like there's no like tears, there's no like expression of sadness on the Simba's face.
Right.
But at least when there was an animation, it was like, oh, you're making him emote like a human.
Right.
You know, so that like threw me off entirely. I was like watching that, I was like, what's going on right now?
I knew that going in, because I read the reviews.
Right.
So I was looking more than towards like body language and stuff like that.
But what was weird is like you didn't even make him tear up.
Mm-hmm.
When the dad died, it was like I was looking like, is there tears? Like what?
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about what my sister said about like the
Yeah.
lack of emotion. I was just like watching it as a movie, and that threw me off. I was like, oh, this is like odd. Like,
Yeah, right.
You know, and then like another thing I didn't like is like, because it's not an anime, it's not like hand drawn.
Yeah.
You can't do craziness.
No,
like where
yeah, you
where
can't.
like they were trying to get rid of Zazu. That iconic scene.
I
where,
was
like,
wondering
they're,
how
like-
they were gonna do that too, like, just because this won't match if you do it the old way.
Yeah, like the old way, he was like dancing on flamingos, and like there's a whole dance and singing number.
Right, yeah.
And then like in this one, it was just like they were running. I was like, what? You're just like running.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like you're just like animals running away. I was like, why am I watching these weird animals like sing and run around? It looked like I was just watching like a nature documentary with singing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was very odd. It was a very odd one.
No, actually, even then, it was like trying to focus on their like in the songs. It's like you're not really seeing them really sing either, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not seeing their face move in any way.
Yeah,
That's
we
adding-
weren't seeing them sing. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
one thing I thought was weird is there was this one scene where they were talking about something like
Right.
I think it was like Simba's dad was talking to Simba,
Mhm.
and like they were just showing them off in a distance, and I was like, is this because you can't emote the faces? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's kind of like a cheat.
I think so. Yeah. Either the tech it wasn't. I don't know. Like tech wasn't there for what they needed, or they jumped in too early to this sort of thing.
I guess, yeah. Well, one thing with the song and dance numbers in the original one, they're like, I just like to take a pause and say, "You are so good at Halo still."
Oh.
For those of you who are listening on iTunes, Vish has reloaded Halo for this segment
Okay.
of the podcast. Halo is so sick. Anyways, so what was it talking about? Oh, the song and dance number. So like when they were singing and stuff in the first movie, it was like very like boisterous and like it was like really ballady. But it seemed like when they were singing, they were like hushing their voice a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't like belting it out. It's almost like you could tell that these actors weren't singers. They were just trying so hard to make themselves singers, you know? But it's almost like in the first one, they got singers who could play the role of the voice, you know?
Or it was just bad direction. I don't know. I feel it might have been bad direction.
What did Jon Favreau do? He did Spider-Man?
He's done like even
Iron Man, right?
Iron Man.
Yeah,
He's done a
okay,
few
cool.
things. Like even Jungle Book. He did Jungle Book.
Yeah, but see, like we said, like Jungle Book was like at a 7, so to bring it to an 8, it's not that bad. But to go from 10 to 11 is very difficult.
Yeah.
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So I already had no idea about.
Sometimes
Jungle Book.
I don't know. Sometimes
And there was a human in Jungle Book too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So-
So that added to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes maybe you have an idea prior to even having the tech ready. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know.
Maybe
if that was an
he was
issue.
like overzealous. He thought he could accomplish something.
Right.
Jon Favreau's the Happy, right?
Yeah.
That's
He
funny.
was in Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
What
What did you think of the added-in scenes?
do you mean?
So, okay. Before we get to that, like there were scenes that felt too quick.
I felt like the whole movie was quick. It was like you're jumping from one to the next and the next and the next. It was
No,
like,
no. I
whoa,
mean,
what?
like, I mean, like,
It's jarring.
yeah, yeah. I meant like scene. There are scenes that were in the original proper pauses,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I see what
then
you're saying, yeah,
here it was like for instance, like
yeah. The timing.
yeah, when Simba is hanging out with Pumbaa, or Nala is chasing Pumbaa, and then Simba comes in trying to protect him,
Yeah.
and then that fight was really quick, and then all of a sudden he knew it was Nala. Like that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the
yeah.
original, there was a couple of more tussles and a pause, and then he realized it's
Yeah, 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 true.
Nala. Like that was
I
too
see what you're
quick.
saying.
That was
in,
like
in the first one, it was like he was like, "Wait, Nala," and in this one, it was like Nala.
right.
You know what I mean? Like there was no like confusion going to like realization. It was just like realization.
Yeah.
He wasn't even thinking like, "Who is this random lion?" He's just like, "Nala, it's you."
Yeah, exactly.
what?
And so I think like so the added on scenes were like made like time constraints an issue, right?
Maybe, yeah, true.
Like
Yeah, because it's 2 hours. In the original movie, it was like an hour and a half.
right. And then like why like those extra scenes with Nala, like I don't think you needed them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like
That was the thing about the Nala scenes
that was
too.
like 5 minutes you didn't need, and you would have made sense with the pauses. part.
like when I don't like that they're overly going towards the women empowered scenes. Like when Nala was like, "Lionesses, get him."
that felt so,
It was
yeah,
like, what? That was so forced.
I mean, you
bro.
could do yeah, exactly. So like, I don't mind those types of things,
Yeah,
but
like,
it just
totally.
did not fit in.
I'm all for women empowered, but it's just like you got to do it properly, or else it's gonna come off corny, which it did. You know,
Right.
Lionesses, get him.
It
like,
was
what?
so weird. It felt out of place, out of like.
And the realization too was like super corny when he's like, "Tell them," like in the original, it's like,
Yeah.
"Tell them your secret" or whatever. And then like in this one, it was like the mom was like, "How would you know the look on his face?" I was like, "This is so corny, bro."
I thought I actually missed like some words that was said there because I was like, how did she know
Yeah,
what Scar
like, and he was supposed to be whispering it.
said?
He just jumped straight into like, "How did you know what his face looked like when he was about to die?" It's like, what?
Right.
Like you attached to that one? You know, like, I don't know. Just there's so many things in there that were just like misplaced. What did you think of Donald Glover's voice
So
acting?
okay, so with Donald Glover, some parts sounded like him, some parts did not. I don't understand.
What do you mean? Like his voice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
his voice didn't match. Like I don't know, maybe.
What, you mean it wasn't consistent?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was a bit weird. I don't know.
I really like
I don't know if
Donald
it's just me,
Glover
though.
as like an artist, but
Yeah.
like I just felt this role was not fitting. I did not like his voice for Simba. It was very odd, you know?
Yeah,
And his singing was not that great. Like as compared to like with Beyonce.
see,
It was like,
yeah,
oh man, you went for like an A and you went to like a C.
right.
You got an A and a C to work together,
Mm.
which created a B. When it was like two A's would have made like a double A, an A plus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, I was watching this other thing. Like to make it realistic,
Yeah.
um, Scar is the rightful one. Like Simba would never lived. He would have killed him right there. And
Oh yeah,
like
sure.
in the real,
Like why'd he say like run?
yeah,
Like why would you run, bro?
no, you'd kill him right there.
You could have just killed him and then just told people he ran away.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
Stampede killed him. Like why
exactly.
did you not just kill him?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
But if they
I only
killed him-
realized this now, like as I was watching it. Nala is his sister
What? How?
because that's Simba's kid.
What? I don't understand.
Nala is Simba's kid, bro.
Nala's not Simba's kid.
No, sorry, Mufasa's kid. Think about it.
When?
You're in a pride. It's one male lion to the whole pride.
Really?
Yes, that's
Oh,
how
I
it
don't-
works
I don't understand
in
how
the
that
real
works.
world. Yeah, that's how it works in the lion world.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, but then why is Scar there?
He would never be part of it.
Oh really? In every pride there's only one male?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, once Simba would hit the teenage age, like puberty age, he gets kicked out.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah. So that like, naturally they don't,
Oh, like have like enemies. Like your son doesn't become your enemy.
that or create incest.
Oh, that's so fascinating, bro.
Yeah.
Huh.
So again, I mean,
Well, there you go.
that's some real facts to you, but
That's some real nature, blue planet stuff right there. Oh, there you go.
but I did like Zazu though. I did like Pumbaa.
Nope.
I did like
Didn't like
Timon.
that. I like the song number when they were doing like in the jungle. It was like very new.
Mm-hmm.
It was a new.
Oh,
version.
adding in the.
It's very,
See,
like,
actually, you know
beatboxy.
what I felt like when they were adding in those other animals into it.
What?
This is a tech piece,
What?
like promo to, like cool tech. Like that's what I felt like this movie was like.
What? I don't get it.
Like whenever you have like a new tech, like a tech demo.
Oh, like look how.
Yeah,
like, we
yeah.
can
Look at all these
CGI
animals
it.
we can make right
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, that's so random.
now. That's what it felt like to me. Like when I kept adding in those other animals, I'm like, oh, I see. It's a tech demo. That's what I felt like it was.
Did you like those added scenes where like remember Simba was gonna pounce and then he's like, oh, it's just you, Simba. I thought it was a lion, like a real lion, and they were trying to like put some comedy into it with the other animals.
Right.
Like, speaking of other animals,
Yeah.
those scenes with the other animals, I was like, oh, this is so corny, bro.
Even scenes, okay, even that song number where they were trying to get away from Zazu, even like the running scenes, it didn't match. Like, because they're so small, they have to run faster than the bigger animals, right?
Right.
So they can't. So it felt a bit weird. Like some animals were like slow mowing or something. It's like
I guess
it didn't match. Like I could see like they would have to run much more faster than this, and they can't do like as small they are. They can't do that, right?
Right.
So there's no way they can stay pace with these animals that are running.
And also, if Zazu was in the air, it's sort of like helicopters that are chasing cars on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
You could never outrun it
Yeah.
because like its field of vision is way further than your ability to run.
Mm-hmm. So after that, I went to Elephant Graveyard. So what did you think of the hyenas?
They took out my favorite hyena,
I know.
the slow one. No, like yeah, it's see that's another thing. It's like you're going
They added like a queen hyena.
and then there was like 50 hyenas. I was like, what the heck? I thought there was only 3 of them.
Right. And so that was a bit. I see what they were trying to do with that. I was trying to add it realism
Yeah.
because it's their den in a sense.
Right.
But Mufasa would never have won against all of them.
That's true. Yeah.
So it would make more sense if it was a less amount of hyenas.
But there's like 90.
There was like so
Yeah,
many. There's
bro.
like, yeah, he's not gonna be able to protect Simba here, bro.
Yeah. True. Totally.
So that
I
was
agree.
like that felt weird. It's just not plausible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like even with the hyenas, there wasn't enough, and I didn't really hear like the laughs that I wanted.
Oh yeah.
The hyena laughs.
Yeah. True.
The song number, they cut the song number for "Be Prepared."
Oh right. Did they even have that?
No, they had like it was like a
That's
monologue.
what I was
It was a
looking for.
monologue, and
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
and it
Be
was
prepared.
done. Yeah, no, it was just a
Oh.
monologue,
Interesting.
and then that was it. No song number. They didn't go in, like the hyena went into the drums and all.
Right. That's so odd. I didn't even catch that, but I was thinking like, oh, this feels a little empty. Like I'm missing something here.
Yeah.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
You were saying that like Scar got his scar from Mufasa.
So
kinda
that
cool.
was in the beginning where they was again. I guess
I came in late, so I didn't see it. But
it was okay. Like it was interesting. Okay, they added a bit of a
backstory.
to Scar,
Yeah.
and that was because he fought Mufasa before,
Right.
and that's what he did to his face in their
That's
fight.
cool.
So that was
Try to put
okay,
some
but it's
realism.
like you could
It's not gonna save it for the score though.
no. They need to do. I don't know. Like, there's too many of them now that are not doing well. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
why? Like, only Jungle Book is the only thing I can remember that was good. But then
Yeah.
outside of that,
But
Aladdin.
it's because again,
not good.
Jungle Book was like the original Jungle Book
Dumbo.
was like a 6,
Right.
or what did I say 7? So you go to 7 to an 8, but like all these are 10s.
Mhm.
You're like you're competing with a 10.
Right.
You can't possibly like outdo it.
Yeah.
I wonder like why you would choose the role. Like why would Donald Glover choose the role? Why would like Beyonce choose the role?
Well, these
It's
are
like,
pretty big roles, I would say, right?
I guess, but it's sort of like, or I guess maybe the selling point is like, wouldn't you feel bad if it was an amazing movie and then you were
Yeah,
not a part
and
of
you're
it?
not a part of it. Like you don't
that's
know
probably the sell.
you don't know the end outcome, right? Because the animation is still being done.
True. So you have like
So,
hopes.
yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
I'm gonna do my best part, but like it's up to you.
Yeah,
guys.
you can do the best you
Sure,
can,
sure,
and
sure,
then
I guess so.
you're really relying on like the computer generated aspect to make it work as
Yeah,
well.
which was like very lacking.
Yeah, that's what she agrees.
Yeah. I guess I don't. Wait, what else? What else you got?
What else? I don't know why. Okay, it didn't make sense for Nala to leave, because that wouldn't like.
Oh yeah, that scene.
would've
Like
made-
I'm looking for help. But
Yeah,
it was in the
but
original.
why did you have to add her trying to like? It made more sense when if you just added if you wanted to add a scene that Scar was telling her to go look for food because that was what her thing was in the original.
Yeah,
which would have
yeah.
made more sense
to look for food? Makes
because
sense,
to go look for help doesn't work like that in the animal kingdom.
yeah, it's like who are you gonna get to help you, bro? Like what? Elephants maybe? Like, but then the elephant be like, this is a lion problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, that was very awkward, like story wise. Yeah, they should have just kept it.
So
with,
that
I'm
was like
looking for
added
food
on. That's what I meant. Like that was the added on 5 minutes that I didn't need, and you could have done.
without. Yeah,
without.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
And Zazu was never kidnapped or put in a cage,
Right.
and that song number was never said, either.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of issues. They're getting a bad review anyway. So, but like, why? Like, they're gonna make money still. It's just, I don't know
And
why.
I guess you also get that added benefit of like people now be like, I want to watch the original.
I guess that
So
too.
it's
Yeah.
like,
So yeah.
you know, you're like, I'll take the L to get the W later on.
Right.
You know, maybe, I guess, like as an investment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, what do you think about the Mulan trailer?
So the Mulan trailer again. We
Looked
like
good.
the trailers for all of them, right?
No. When I saw the Lion King scene in Donald Glover, Jimmy
But that was a
Kimmel.
clip, though, right? Not a trailer.
No, I didn't see any trailers for this one.
Lion King.
I don't remember any.
I'm pretty sure I showed you the trailers.
But they were very empty, right? There was like nothing really in them.
No, I bet that they would hype. That's where they keep all the good stuff, right?
Right.
And then
But then watching that one scene, I was like, oh, this is bad.
right.
Like seeing that him on Jimmy Kimmel, I already saw. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a terrible movie. Yeah, Mulan looks really good, but I'm just kinda
Again,
like,
yeah, it's like now you're. Now it's
it'd
causing.
be cool if they went like realistic with Mulan, which it looks like they're going realistic, which is cool.
But then we're gonna add the dragon, no?
Oh yeah, the dragon. True. Maybe it's in her head. What if they go like super realistic and it's like the dragon is actually like her psychology?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. Like she's like psychotic.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm more happy with the Marvel stuff. Not much really with their Disney remakes right now.
Yeah, they should just stick to the
Stick
Marvel
to the new
stuff.
stuff. Stick to the focus
Yeah,
on making a
create
good
new
X-Men
things.
movie.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And create new and good things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
All right, so rescoring. What's your score?
Score. Let's stick. I don't know. I'm gonna stay the same.
6.
6. What did I say? 6. Yeah.
Yeah, or 6.5, something like that. I'm gonna go with a 4. I'm gonna go down by the half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was just
There are still
My original
there's
thought
still
was
the
4.
original lessons are there, but when the whole movie's bad, it doesn't.
yeah,
Work.
it just makes you forget about it. You're just like, who cares about these lessons?
Yeah.
I could have just like read an Alan Watts book. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I guess that's the final score of 5. So I would say watch it if you want to waste your money.
If you dare.
If you dare. Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, like,
Yeah.
why would you want to watch it?
You wouldn't
Watch the
wanna watch it.
original.
Yeah,
Just-
watch the
no,
original one.
Not this one.
Don't watch
If you've
this
never
one.
seen the original, watch the original.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, by this time, everyone should
If you're a
watch it.
parent now, you should definitely get your kids to watch all the Disney movies because those were like had some great life lessons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
would-
really like that. Like it's interesting because they say like there's levels to it. So like when you first watch the movie, it's like there's a level of like the child aspect, but then they're
Mhm.
getting the lessons without knowing they're getting the lessons. But then the adults can see the lessons being put in the forefront, which is cool. I like
Mhm.
that levels to the Disney movies. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I'd say there were levels to this one. There were, but it's just like it was so trash that it's like
Doesn't
I don't even
matter.
care about the
I
levels.
don't
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
It wasn't a masterpiece.
No.
Um,
No.
yeah. So the next movie we're gonna check out is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Comes out.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of movie. Not
yeah,
Disney.
which
so
would be
finally.
super interesting. But hopefully we can watch it this weekend
I hope so.
because I'm like busy. We got that thing, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
I don't know. Yeah, whenever we have time, hopefully we can, or it's a normal podcast for
Yeah.
next week.
yeah. All right. So stay tuned. That one I'm really excited for. I love Quentin Tarantino's movies.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And,
Brad
I
Pitt's
like
really
Leo a
good.
lot, so
Yeah. True.
I'm hoping for those
Outburst scenes.
outburst scenes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah, he's a good actor. But yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So till next time, save your money for another good movie. Don't watch this one. Yeah, or just rent the original one on like iTunes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Till next time, take it easy.
Peace.
Don't watch this movie.